What was the biggest reason that the Steelers won last night?
Biggest reason. So I think both quarterbacks showed up, man, when they was really needed. Second half, fourth quarter football, both quarterbacks stepped up to the plate. They showed why they are who they are. You know what I'm saying? A-Rod, he really went crazy in the second half. Big throw, slot fade to Thielen, hit fire, move up the seam. Then the double move, Austin dropped, bro. I feel like A-Rod really took over and showed why he's A-Rod. Both secondaries folded. Ravens had some injuries, but them secondaries just played straight out bad football, right?
Thank you.
They did. They played bad football, both sides. But I really feel like the number one reason is bro was sprinkling that holy water on that end zone. Hey, he was calling for the football guys to do what is right.
Yep.
That priest, he was do what is right. We worked harder than these boys this offseason. A-Rod was there. You know what I'm saying? He did his little retreat and all that, but A-Rod was there.
Yep.
Hey, man, number one reason is them football guys. Woof, they blew that kick to the right. Hey.
What about Boswell's kick? That one went to the right too.
I mean, he just.
Well, that was for the suspense. That was for the suspense.
That's what they do. They dangle it in your face.
They were setting it up.
They let you think all that work you put in is gonna pay off. No, it ain't. Woof.
All right.
And they blow it. They let likely catch the pass, and everybody think, hey, the Ravens finna go to the playoffs, and then the football guys show up right when you think you there. That's when they always show up, man. So that's my number one reason, man. It's juju. This football shit, you got to do everything right. If all the guys ain't doing everything right, it find a way to bite you. If you got hella guys being late to meetings, somehow, some way, you find a way to just lose games or guys get hurt. I'm telling you, man, this football guy stuff is real.
Could that involve the previous Baltimore kicker in the football game?
They make it happen however they make it happen.
The memes about him at his house.
It happened how it happens, kid. But I'm telling you, you get out what you put in, man. Simple as that.
Cody, what do you think?
So I don't think it was the football guys. I think it came down to three things. From a film standpoint, I think the first was Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren, their impact in this game. They didn't have a huge impact, but the way that Rodgers was getting in the football, especially out of the backfield in the pass game, Steelers had 390 yards of offense. Both those guys combined for 175 of those, and most of it was through the air. Now, they got some things going on the ground, but Rodgers did a great job of taking what the defense was giving him, getting the ball in his playmaker's hand, and letting them go make plays. The second was Arthur Smith's play calling. He was great. I mean, phenomenal in the fourth quarter. Those two play calls when the game was on the line, the first one, they go that little stick nod like you called up the seam, but they go stick nod, cover two, where you're going to sell the stick, I'm going to nod, run down the middle of the field, too high, split it perfectly, ran a great route, and Rodgers hit him perfectly. And then the other one, the stutter to Calvin Austin. They had been setting that up all game long. And if you watch on 2nd and 10 the play before, what'd they do? They ran a slant with Austin, and Awuzie was over there, and you saw him drive on it. So the very next play, they come back in a 3-by-1 backside.
He broke up the first.
The first one, the first one they ended up going to Thielen, but they had been throwing those slants.
When the one down on the goal line.
Yeah, but they'd been all game. Yeah. They had been going those quick games and setting that up, and Rodgers was getting the ball out fast, and really all season. Well, Smith knew that. He'd been waiting on that play call, and if you saw it, all it took was one step. He didn't give a lot, just one quick step. Awuzie tried to drive on it. Foot gave out, touchdown. So Arthur Smith's play calling was great.
About that?
What?
About what he said about that play, how they was talking about it in the huddle, and he was asking him backside, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
He was indecisive. And he said somebody in the huddle was like, man, just go cook him. And A-Rod told him to run that on that side because he said they had been practicing it all year, and this was the time they just went to it.
That's right. I mean, they've been going
beautiful
all season long. What have you known about this offense? Get the ball out quick, one step, work the tight ends, get some slants, get some hitches. I promise you, Awuzie knew that, and then the play before, like I mentioned, they run a slant, come back with a little stutter, one step like he's selling the slant, and then runs a go. And then the last thing is A-Rod. I think Aaron Rodgers stepped up last night. If you remember, we sat on this couch on Friday or last Monday, and I was the only one, Skip, we didn't bet on it, that picked the Steelers to win. And my main reason.
You need to start betting, Cody.
I know, I need to start betting.
Now, when you bet it,
when you bet it, yeah.
Bet it changed.
But everybody picked the Ravens,
Cody,
but I picked the Steelers, and my main reason was I thought that Aaron Rodgers, with basically his career on the line, if they lose that game, who knows if he comes back.
Yeah.
But with his career on the line, they're going to put the ball in his hands, and he's going to will them to victory
So
through
you
the ball.
just knew Loop would miss that field.
See, that's what I'm saying. Look, everything he said.
No.
With everything you just said, they still lost for real. Isaiah
How?
likely catch that ball, boop.
Yeah.
Everything everybody
Okay, but
did,
you
that's
act
it.
like-
They-
Out the
they
window.
won
They
on
lost.
luck.
You
They
act like
won on
A-Rod
luck.
didn't throw a stick nod and go down there and
He
score. He didn't throw a
He
stutter
did all
goal.
that before Lamar took his team
And they
down
went
there.
back and forth.
But I mean, Lamar had the ball last. He really won the game.
It's part of the
Lamar
game,
had the
though.
game.
But if
winning drive
Boswell
on the
had hit
platter.
that
Yeah, it's
extra
kinda
point,
part
That's
of
they
why I
would
said
have
it was the
tied
football
the
guy.
game.
You
Hey,
feel me?
Kicking part of the game.
Hey, Boswell missed too,
He let
though.
him miss.
So you,
That's what I'm saying.
Boswell missed too.
It would have
It's
been a
not just-
tie game if Boswell hit that extra point.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah, I mean,
If they had both
or
hit 'em,
but
yeah.
they both. I mean, we can say, hey,
So the coach-
what did Mike Tomlin say? What did Mike Tomlin say?
Yeah,
I'm not going to repeat it, but. But Rodgers put him in a position to win. They went out there with a 41-year-old quarterback, said, you go throw the ball 47 times, throw for 295, which are both season highs for him. We're going to put the
Without
game.
your number one.
And you're on your right arm without DK Metcalf. You go out there and win this game, and he delivered. He really
He
did.
did.
And to your point, Mike Tomlin said it. He said, y'all question me and my decision making and all that. This is why you go out and get a 41-year-old quarterback of Aaron Rodgers' caliber.
Who's been in those
Because a lot of people, he had no timeouts when he did
Yeah.
this. You put the wrong guy in that situation, that game is over right there.
Yeah.
But he was able to handle it. He was poised. But two things that y'all didn't bring up, Kyle Hamilton going down was a big deal for that defense.
Early third
He was
quarter.
everywhere.
Yep.
But another thing, Derrick Henry, he had 5 carries in the second half. When they slowed Derrick Henry down, they made them one-dimensional.
You would think they would
And
learn
if
by
you
now.
think, and if you
Five
see
down.
what they were doing, Lamar was making the plays. But if you have that and Derrick Henry, they not winning this game. So their ability to make them one-dimensional and say, if y'all gonna beat us, that guy ain't doing it. We're gonna make Lamar make throws, because in the history of Lamar playing Pittsburgh, he hasn't been good. But like you said, the secondary was folding, and
he
he was
was
making the
good.
plays. No, I'm saying he was making the plays. But Derrick Henry having 5 carries in the second half, that was a big deal because he was killing them in the first half.
But you know a big part of that, why that happened, was because towards the end of the half, the Steelers get the ball, they drive down, they come up short, but then they get the ball to start the second half.
Those 10 points to
Go
start
drive
the second
again.
half,
But
and that takeaway.
When they first got the ball at the end of the second half, they were down 10-3 and they were struggling. By the time Lamar got the ball back for 3 plays, threw an interception, but by the time they got their offense going again, they were down 13-10. So now they're playing catch up,
Right.
got away from the run game, and the Steelers from the end of the second half to about the end of the third quarter ran 31 plays.
Yeah.
The Ravens ran 3, and one of them was an interception. So that was a big
the
difference.
start
too
of
in
that
game.
second half was big
Huge.
time. Going to get points, and then that takeaway, that really shifted the game. Because
Absolutely.
like you said, when they went down and they couldn't just hand the ball off anymore, now we kind of playing catch up.
And that Ravens defense was gassed towards the end of the game,
they
too,
were.
by having to be on the field for so long.
All right, my biggest takeaway was, I'm going to say one nice thing about Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
The most deserving team won this football game.
They did.
Okay, yeah.
And Aaron was really good over the last 3 quarters. Not the first quarter, but the last 3.
Yeah.
He was operating, and I think his play caller was in his bag. And it was beautiful to watch against a very flawed defense without Kyle Hamilton for the last half, mostly. And if you look at the numbers, Pittsburgh ran 73 plays to Baltimore's 48. 73 to 48, that's dominating, because Pittsburgh went 9 of 16 on third down to Lamar's 4 of 12. And yet, my biggest takeaway was, I sat back when it was over and I thought the most entertaining game of the year was entertaining for all the wrong reasons. Because as Aqib did say, God bless you, in the end, this was a comedy of errors on both sides on defense, on both sides. Because in the end, these were 2 evenly matched arch rivals who were fatally flawed all year long, who never lived up to preseason expectations the entire year. Neither team did. And in the end, it bit Baltimore more than it bit Pittsburgh. But But the only reason Baltimore was even in the game is Lamar throws 3 touchdown passes of 38, 50, and 64 yards. What happened on all 3 plays? Just bust.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what? I'm saying, wait a second. These are the Baltimore freaking Ravens, historically known for playing hard-nosed, smart defense, like big-time playoff defense. The Pittsburgh Steelers, known for playing defense. And they just busted. And I'd say, what's Jalen Ramsey doing? What are they? Wait, Patrick Queen winds up on Zay? What's that about? It's like, what, and what? And in the end, I look back, going into this game, Baltimore was 25th in the league in yards allowed. They've struggled all year. They can't stop anybody. Pittsburgh came into this game 27th in the NFL in yards allowed. So those 2 things met and created extreme entertainment, often for the wrong reasons, leading to the kickers who were both a comedy of errors at the end. I'm going to say, I don't want to go off on this, but I've been going off on this. I've been ranting about this for 30 years. I can't ever figure out why the game, you two especially, played at the, not that you didn't play at the high level, but I'm talking about defensive stalwarts here, warriors. I'm not, you played at the high level. No, but I'm talking about playing defense at high levels.
It's okay. I didn't either, Cody.
It's different. I'm talking about warriors here. You fight your guts out for 60 minutes, and then you let the game be decided by a non-football player who couldn't play football if his life depended on it in any way, shape, and form. And he is supposed to try to kick a football between 2 poles. Okay, that's how we're going to decide it. It's shockingly gimmicky and silly and lunacy to me. It's just lunacy, but it's exciting for all the wrong reasons.
It does make it a little
okay,
fun.
I know, it makes it crazy exciting. I got it. But it's just wrong. I've always said, just let them play. No field goals, just you got to go score. You got to go get it in the end zone.
It's the biggest team sport.
It is.
I always talk about us, right?
Yeah.
Our kicker was one of us. We had casino nights. B-Mac was there with us. He hung with us on the daily. Like, you got to bring that dude in so he can, so that pressure is off him a little. He feel like I'm one of the guys. I ain't one of the guys who can't play for. I'm really one of the guys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of what I'm talking about. January, April through June, you got to bring bro in.
You do.
And have him feeling like he part of the team just in case he got to win a game for you. He ain't over there by himself looking nervous and shit. He over there with y'all. Man, I'm finna knock this motherfucker down.
I want to kick
this. I want to kick this motherfucker. Hey, yo, I got y'all boys.
Yeah.
I got y'all boys. Leave. I got Von. Man, hold him down. Like, you got to make him feel like he part of it because it ain't going nowhere. That's part of the game, man. So you got to bring bro in, man.
I bet Little Loop had a long flight home.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
I bet Lil Loop ain't hang with none of the guys all year neither. He was just a lonely guy.
A little rookie, yeah.
Feel me?
Somebody
That make
take
it hard.
Lupin.
Playing ping pong in the corner.
Hey, that make that kick hard as shit.
Man.
I mean, to your point though, Skip, and what it keeps saying, like it is wild if you think about it. I always tell people in football, there's so many games within the game. Like we all play the same sport, but what they do is night and day different.
It's different. That's what I'm saying. No offense to you, but you're playing a whole different game
than what I do and what they do. Yeah, no, it's a good point. It is wild, but that's why they always talk about all 3 phases. It's a team sport, like Akeem said. You've got to be firing on all cylinders to get wins like that because you don't know. It could have been the opposite story to where Luke kicks the field goal and he makes it, and now we're saying we love that it came down to that guy making the field goal, but when he misses, everyone else is...
The sideline looks on the Ravens' faces when the field goal missed, it's just like, it just crushed me.
Yeah.
What about
Pittsburgh?
What about
26-yard line?
But what about Pittsburgh looks? Buddy ain't missed an extra point in 4 years.
I
know they like it. I just felt bad because it's like they bring in A-Rod for this moment, and he capitalized on the moment.
Twice.
He did what they needed him to do.
Yeah, and then they
this is going to be why they lose? I was just like, dang. But
because if he would have made it, we would be talking about
Lamar saying, wait.
I
got here. I got us in the tournament.
I got healthy. I did what I needed to do, and then he missed. Like, come on, dog. But that's the importance of all 3 phases. It's like what Lieb is saying when you talk about practice, and he knows what championship teams and how they practice. The special teams has to matter. Like
Got
field
to.
goal pro has to matter. Y'all can't just get in there like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the period in between one-on-ones. No. Get in there and make sure
I'm
your
telling you,
feet
bro,
is set. Make sure
They
all
gotta
that
be.
is
Even
set.
when we had Prater.
Yeah,
I remember Prater
that
just
stuff matter,
vibe.
man.
Bro, we make sure
Yep.
good teams, the Patriots, like they just make sure their kicker is part of the team.
Yeah.
You got to be in this
Good
shit
point.
with us, man.
If you see
he
even the
was the coach-
kickoff, y'all see how how important the all phases are. They dang near got in field goal range on the kickoff.
up the
40
All phases
But that's
matter.
exciting lately.
You
The
know
punt
what I'm saying?
return.
Like,
Shit,
So
real.
if Akeem was a coach, he says, go to OTAs and make sure your
Heck
kicker
yeah.
is part of
Yeah.
the team at the casino nights, okay?
Hey.
I'm shocked, though, that you
You'll
just
be
said
surprised.
something nice about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I
I
do want to
did.
dive into that, though.
And by the way, real quick, I got to say one Cowboy thing because for me it always
Okay,
comes
okay,
back
of
to
course,
the Cowboys.
absolutely. Have your-
Little
have-
Awuzie, former Cowboy draft pick. He just got his ankles broken on the play of the game. And it was so typical.
It wasn't even surprising,
He's an
Skip.
ex-Cowboy. He's an ex-Cowboy.
It wasn't even surprising. I said, oh, yeah, that's a woozy. Yeah,
But you just run a little
No, he finna
stutter
get
go with
roasted.
Calvin off.
One step, just
It wasn't like it wasn't like
And he
it was
hit the floor.
JSN
Hey,
or
you know
somebody,
the worst
right?
part is when you go back and listen to A-Rod interview and to hear somebody say, man, go cook him. And then that happens, it's like,
Yeah.
God,
I mean, that's Woozy, bro. Like, bro, just go cook him, bro.
that's tough.
Woozy out there, bro.
damn.
Yeah. Well, I used to call him Woozy. He gets
Woozy.
out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
thank you.
All right, okay, so 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers. He threw for